Hello everyone and welcome to don't eat the cashier because I'm the cashier. Please don't eat me. That's the wrong one button. That's the wrong button. I have Meowza. Let's just start. Hello everyone, I forgot the content warnings. So content warnings contain strong language, fantasy violence, blood, cannibalism mentions, incest references, partial nudity, alcohol, drugs, and mental illness themes. These are not essential to the story, but they are present. Also features jump scares. So if you don't like guys, please leave. Okay, bye. What are your pronouns? They them. Pronouns they them. Yes, I am. Choose your body type. Type 1. Why not? Body type 1. Thank you. What's your name? Prospero. I did spell that right. Your name is Prospero. Sometimes I really wonder how did I end up here. Not that I dreamed of a career as a neurosurgeon or an astronaut. But crying out loud, working at a gas station. On the other hand, money is money. But I do. I sent resumes to every conceivable and inconceivable place, applying to every position where I could somehow use my degree in art. Oof, degree in art, I'm so sorry. 0 responses. I just swallowed my pride and finally something. Human organization. Wait, what? Human organism wanted for work at gas station. Organism's duties include selling food for mouth, science and obedience, household tasks, obeying those who are more ancient, friendly team offers, new and old faces of friends, long and different life, consumption of nourishment, juicy juices, trips to human places. You know, that's a fair deal, like, I found this note stuck to the glass of the bus stop. Food for mouth? Seriously, this guy's got a style of his own. Apparently the manager's just an eccentric dude. Or it's just a new marketing tactic to grab attention. Whatever, people often told me that I'm a cooks too, and that's even if they haven't seen my fursuit. Oh, I'm a fairy. Oh, that's cool. Well, whatever. As long as he's not a complete jerk who'll hit on me, or make me scrub the floors with a toothbrush. I screamed. I couldn't move. My brain feverishly tried to find any category for this in this database. PlayStation, psychosis, too many energy drinks, a typical middle manager. The monster from my nightmare stirred. Its tentacles creep closer to the counter. My god. The creature made a sound, not from my mouth. It had none. The sound emanated from deep within its bulk, hollow, profound, bone shaking. Greetings, organism. I am Bob. Bob. The indescribable and the terrifying consumer of worlds. But you, grain of sand, may call me Manager Bob. No. This isn't real. I'm dreaming. I need to wake up. You will sell food for miles and obey me, for I am ancient. Memorize the rules of this establishment, for my patient is as limited as the salary I offer you. Rule number 1. You sell, no matter what. Chicken food for mouth, gambling fool, noodles made from cursed souls, lottery tickets for extra limb raffles, discount rot, a ritual foil, everything must be sold. He points directly at me with a creepy, slimy tentacle. Every miserable unit of currency brings me closer to my triumphant exit from this piffle hole. I pinch myself, but I wake up. Rule number 2. Be polite to customers. Ignore board spots and in werewolf fur, and watch out for drafts and ectoplasmic energetic entities are in the store. What? But don't let them get too bored. Customers are just walking containers of currency, and they should only pay in monetary units. Payment excessive dread or hair of the dead is not accepted. Many of them come here just to chat because they are idle on purpose as organisms. Your task is to make them part of the country anyway. It's also your duty to heal organisms if they're injured using special kits. If they die, they cannot give away currency. You are a true capitalist, dude. Well done. You know what? That's a slightly tremble with fear. Oh, this doesn't fit in my head. I'm shaking so much that the cheap plastic badge pinned to my uniform rattles. I'm the embodiment of pure unadulterated terror. This is correct reaction when confronted with a superior entity. Your fear is evidence of functional survival instinct. However, it is completely unacceptable. Many of our customers enjoy seeing a smiling muscle spasm in the faces of a serving organism. Demonstrate a crooked smiling muscle spasm. I give all my remaining motor control that is currently engaged in convulsions. I take a shaky breath and attempt to smile. My mouth twitch upwards, but not in sync. I can feel one side higher than the other. Acceptable! The symmetry is a bit distraction. The asymmetry is a bit distracting, but the main muscle groups are activated in the correct configuration. You have successfully created a smile. Maintain this configuration in all customer interactions. Oh, thank you. He suddenly places a jar in front of me on the counter. And the last rule, remember organism, the curb container must be filled with money at the end of your rake cycle. At the bottom of the jar is visible. Your cleaner sanitary rooms of this object in the dimension of absolute horrors and suffering for 2,510 years. I can't take my eyes off the fork. The potential tool of my eternal servitude. At this moment, my mind fully captivated. Yes, I was hired by a multi-eyed cosmic architect squid. Yes, my clients have all been non-humans. Yes, I'm being threatened with a fork and internal cleaning. How could anyone clean anything with a fork? The same will happen if you think about escaping before the end of your work contract. My ocular sensor perceives the substance of matters. It will detect you in any corner of this pitiful planetary sphere. Crap, I'm stuck here. It's a trap. As you understand, organism? Yes, sir. Acceptable. Goodbye, organism. Organism? Goodbye, organism. Good luck at your currency acquisition and button pressing. Yes, I think I can handle this perfectly. I could. Your willingness to fulfill your work duties deserves my emotional approval. Human entity, you are acceptable. Thank you, Bob. If you expect a monetary reward instead of an emotional one, you need to immediately consider your moral compass. Greed is a highly condemned trait for a human organism. But not for you. That concludes the briefing. Don't tremble anymore and be a brave organism in the future. But when it benefits business, then tremble. Alright, sir. You got it. Yeah, turned around as a human would. His tentacles simply shifted his entire mass in another direction with a soft gurgling sound. It waddled across the lineum. Finally, it left me alone. Well, it's okay. We got a job. We gotta do it right. The silence of the gas station was broken only by the hum of refrigerators containing juicy juices buzzing on the neon lamp above my head. I stood in the same spot as I flew to the ground. My breath returned to me in a short, uneven gasp. My hands were shaking. The tip jar, which I needed to fill to avoid ending up in the dimension of ancient horror, stood proudly in the counter. Okay, so what just happened? Shut up! Get yourself together! We have to fill the tip jar and make people pay. Option 1, I've gone insane. It's the most logical confusion. Prolonged stress from job hunting, malnutrition, nerves, anxiety, disrupted sleep schedule, my brain just malfunctioned. Yes, that's it. I'm gonna wake up on my couch in a dingy rented apartment. I pinch myself, and nothing. I scanned the room once more. It smelled of gasoline and old coffee. It was still absurdly real. That meant everything he said. It was all true. Werewolves, vampires, tips, the fork. Yo, lock the fuck in! We have to lock in! A hysterical mix of laughter and a scream of terror welled up in my throat, but I held it back. I needed to get through this. I needed to... Huh? Oh no, don't tell me that's the first customer. Pals, what the hell? Hello? Welcome to the convenience store, the gas station. What would you like to order? Shit, this is not McDonald's! Shit! Where the hell did this calm come from? It's a great effort not to look away from the red eyes burning in the pitch black darkness. Is he amused? Is he wondering if I'm tasty? Bob didn't give me any guarantees that I wouldn't get devoured at work. My brain is still recovering from the encounter with Bob. I was frantically trying to figure out how to break this ringing silence. Good evening, sir. What would you like to purchase? Purchase? No, I'd like to purchase your attention. No, you have to pay. I'm supposed that's free. It's sort of included in the service package. My dear, what a charming, naive idea. Nothing of value is truly free. Why is your music so loud? Let me quiet you down a little bit. Especially when it comes to such a charming, modest soul. However, I'm not one of those who thinks modesty befits anyone. I believe it needs to be fit on, like trousers, which is my least favorite piece of clothing. Let's consider a special gift for a special client. Judging by the look in your eyes, you're first. What? I don't even know what's better. This guy was my first customer or an ectoplasmic entity. Oh, ectoplasmic. My god, another crazy person with strange way of speaking. And it seems he's in me for a chat. So, what is a beautiful, charming soul like you doing in such a dreadful, dirty, random misfortune? Oh, what is a place like this doing with such a charming soul as you? Oh wait, it's one of my manners. I suppose I must introduce myself. I have many names, most of which are not fit to be spoken in the company of a lovely, noble soul. The nicest I've heard is the Mad King. I thought I'll plan to pass from me to myself or for the coming centuries. However, my mortal mother named me Darian. So you're like a jester that killed the king and became a mortal king, right? Meow. May I have your hand? Sorry, my mother told me not to offer my hand to strangers. Why do you ever pass me, sir? Oh, your highness. He burst into genuine booming laughter. My mother is truly a wise woman. A masterstroke of self-preservation. I haven't been rebuffed so delightfully in, well, at least a century. Others prefer to use enchanted swords and pitchforks. They forget that words can ruin too. Perhaps I can sum out your heart. I have an eternity for that, literally. I need you to pay. May I know your name? I don't want to give you my name. I don't want to give you my name. I refuse to reveal my true name. Oh, my name is Prospero, sir. I have a name badge. My dear Prospero, you're so polite. He seems to savor my name. It sends shivers on my spine. My politeness again, as dry and blunt as the rations I give my soldiers. Most creaky of all the decrees I've signed. I have signed decrees that require people to reeve ropes from sand, just for fun. Mostly mine. Okay. Polite people never risk anything. No friends, no enemies. How is that interesting? I just want you to pay. Imagine how wonderful it would be if we became enemies. Those would be the most interesting few seconds of your life. Or friends, then it'll be a delightful eternity. Honestly, I'm ready to become anything but tips. Pragmatism, the dullest of all human traits, second only to complete paralysis. But it's so reckless to say such things to someone who can relate to you to anything. For example, a dancing sausage with a little 100 legs. Or 100 little legs, or 10 leprechauns in a trench coat, bound by a terrible secret. Or the world's largest bacterium, or a kettle that can boil everything except water. Oh, that's cool! I saw nervously trying not to show the horror that's gripped me. There's probably no sales course that covers how to deal with such clients. I feel like I'm sitting on the barrel of TNT. I feel like my brain is slowing to jelly. When we'll finally get to the point, actually it's not all that bad. Maybe I've just been spoiled by all those mangas about sinister and tragic monsters. Though the only tragic thing about this client so far is his tragic unwillingness to buy my discount rot. So, let's finally get into the purpose of my visit. Finally. It's completely unknown to me. Oh, for crying out loud! There's nothing interesting in the assortment of this pathetic shack, except for you, so I'm buying the time. Let's have dinner. I'm sure you must be hungry. Oh no. I meant to create a more pleasant atmosphere for us. What the fuck? Wait, sir, I need you to pay! Oh, you can't transport me out of the shop, you need to pay! I'm shivering from a gust of icy wind. He just teleported half my gas station to a radioactive dump. A radioactive dump to my gas station. And the drawer is done! My fucking drawer! Wow, wonderful place for dinner! Wait, looks like my rental apartment, but it smells less now. But I suspected life hasn't been easy. Was it really that bad? Don't worry, I won't abandon a legion distress. Just say the word and I'll relocate you to one of these incredible cozy dwellings. I'm sure the local cockroaches won't mind, and together we can fully enjoy the scent of the comic bouquet. However, I can't go along without familiar landscapes. Already ruined lands make me melancholic because all the fun has already happened without me. Disgusting. Oh me. Where's my jaw? This is something seemingly less radioactive. Mentally I haven't thrown up yet. It feels like I've been flushed twice through an interdimensional toilet. I clear my throat. It seems like I'm sitting at a table. Much better, wouldn't you agree? Can it be better? Well, I prefer the dump. I prefer the dump. No, in that case you should learn to create risks in reality. It'd be quite fascinating, and you could travel between words too. And a supply of your dumps at your fingertips. Or could just go mad. You don't have the need to snap your fingers, it'll all just be in your head. I'm still getting used to the landscape. The fireflies here are quite charming. We'd be better without a frog with a human face. The frog notices me too. It actually is a frog with a human face, oh my god! It lets out a side croak and looks at me with an expression of deep existential despair. Who is that? That's Lorelei. One of the brave souls who dared to challenge my authority. My dear friend, who once walked the path of adventure. However, he didn't foresee the possibility of being turned into a frog on the rim. He tried to wield a sword with his tiny froggy legs, brought to the end a true warrior. However, his foes are mosquitoes and bigger frogs. Tell me, dear, does he bother you? His little existential froggy crisis, I mean. Is it ruining the ambience? Looks at me with an interested expression. No, he's fine. Oh, my Lori. You don't mind? Excellent. I think he really sets the tone for the whole clearing, aesthetically. A living monument to the consequences of poor life choices. Lorelei, did you hear that? The noble grants you a stay of execution. We continue a pitiful, mosquito-infested existence. So, dinner. I'm sure you must be starving. Traveling between realities must be exhausting. Thank you. This looks strange, but it smells delicious. Meat with honey? Excellent meat, purple soup. Possibly made from a less fortunate cashier. Whether food is poisoned or not, if I refuse, His Highness might turn me into a frog too. So I pick up the fork from the table. And this is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. 100 times better than those cheap instant noodles I usually buy in supermarkets. In the fact I'm currently in some other universe, surprising doesn't seem to harm my appetite. It seems you enjoy our cuisine. I trust I managed to cook it well on those occasions when I noticed it. I assure you, you won't regret this dinner, at least not for the first half hour after the meal. This is the best purple goo my miserable life as a miserable cashier! Purple goo? I had to tell the head chef he called it that. He calls it the broth of vicious stars and deceit. I think your description is more honest. And I'll be quick to call your life miserable. Until now, it was just a prologue, but now, the first act begins. I pick up the food with my fork and watch the peculiar scenery from the corner of my eye. A silence hangs between us that might even be cozy, while under heavy narcotics. Yeah, can you give me the money and leave already? Let's just not ask silly questions. Let's just return to eating. Fewer chances of catching a deadly magic projectile or something worse. By the way, how does meat taste? Is your human flesh tender enough? It's alright, I guess. My fork freezes halfway. Well, I guess I'll be alright. Not as tasty as the one I had the day before yesterday. My hands gaze slowly with all authority. Wait, he's gonna kill me. Wait, I'm not supposed to be authority. I wasn't supposed to be authoritative. Place of meat in my mouth and began to chew without breaking eye contact. I can't remember ever seeing someone so shocked in my life. His mannequin vanishes, his eyes widen, and his own fork freezes halfway to his mouth. For one precious, glorious, brief moment, the Lord of Chaos are completely and utterly baffled. My dear, you're a true treasure. What? I didn't mean that, bro. I was just joking. You didn't just call my bluff. You raised the stakes to the sky. No, it's still not human. Oh, it's not? Oh. This is finishing. As far as I can tell by taste, not very intelligent. It's simply not Timmy, our commenter. The next finally disappeared near the large kitchen cauldron, perfectly sized to fit in it. Nothing not. You killed the carpenter? Who's gonna do your carpentry? I'm not good at carpentry, that's what you're gonna ask me. I mean, I can work at your house though. I can work. If you give me money, I can work. I personally issued several decrees related to cannibalism, perhaps even concerning its prohibition. But that's just beside the point. I only have visitors. I'd like to tell you about other interesting guests, as well as the most fascinating thing I can share with you. A place where mushrooms with eyes grow. It can be incredibly dull here. Rather than the clearing thicken and stir, they detach from the gnarled trees, rising up from the ground like black ink and spread across the roar. Dancing and intertwining, they're prepared to perform at the master's whim. Behold this incredibly crooked castle, my dear. Crooked to the point of absurdity, really. Sadly, reality, its curves look far more aesthetic. But give the creator some leeway for expressiveness. Many brave and also bright souls have tried to conquer this terrifying, dark, airy, crooked castle. So many that become even more crooked. You see, the dreadful monster living there never liked being distracted from its important duties. Terribly important duties like having long, deep conversations with his own reflection or concocting recipes with raisins. So far, the scariest thing in the story is the presence of raisins. Yes, you do understand. They're a real horror, aren't they? I don't like raisins. Tiny, shriveled bits of deception. They pretend to be sweet, but they are just made to ruin. They ruin lovely cookies, ruin family photos. They have no place in civilized society. Oh, wow, how I understand them. The monster was a tyrant, a menace. He sowed chaos and disorder, mostly on purpose. He had countless opportunities for creativity and wasn't afraid to use them. He made some people believe they were pigeons and others that they were grains. He would allow his best servants to have windows, fearing that the moon and both suns would get envious and want to take them away. And he demanded they seal the gaps in the doors as well. He lost wizards who came to him for magical gifts, a giant laboratory, and promised them power. They invented a kettle that could boil everything except water. Who won the pigeons or grains? Oh, my lovely liege, it wasn't a war, but rather a true paranoid masterpiece about survival. For a glorious week, my ballroom was a stage for a feathered, queuing apocalypse. Pigeons flocked into huge proud groups, occupying high places on chandeliers and bookshelves. Grains learned to hide under rugs, pretend to be lifeless, and attack only when the pigeon turned away. Their alliances, betrayal, and a seed that fell in love with a pigeon. Nothing topped the story that year, nor was anything worse. I digress. But behold, a ray of light in the dark kingdom. The first hero, Sir Lorelei the Righteous in all his changing, self-important glory. He took a knee to rest briefly because of the rate of his righteousness was bad for the health of his poor back. But rumors spread by the same monster, he fought his way through the monster's loyal subjects too. By the way, where did he even find them? Most of my subjects are way too busy contemplating this color of suspenders for their suspenders, or laminating their fate. I cherish them in imperfection. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You're probably the most restless of them. Every story needs minions. In any case, our hero descended into the grotto of despair. The grotto of tentacles. Imagine the most sinister name you can conjure. The grotto of my parents disappointment in me. Oh, but if they could see you now, you are a royal audience. They would be proud of you. No, actually, they would be proud that they got to know me better, but in that case, it's good too. You'll be alone under the rate of their disappointment. Last I got sidetracked into the grotto of your parents' disappointment in you. Our father descended to retrieve an artifact capable of defeating the Monster King. The Ring of Incredible Power. I bet surely crafted it, but I assure you, it looks more aesthetic in real life. However, the brave knight didn't know that the incredible power of the ring lay in its 440 pounds weight. That was its only magical property. The incredible thing about this ring was its stupidity and uselessness. The realization he had spent weeks of his life on a divinely heavy paperweight, and a sudden crushing thought that he would have to become a fake and sub hero just to get some sleep. Well, it broke his poor noble mind. Not that his mind was ever intended with such serious burdens. Not meaningfully. Let's just wait for him to continue. So the night perished. But then came along Elmer Eagle Eye. They say he earned his nickname by escaping from an enemy fortress. On the third day of his captivity, he noticed that his prison cell was lacking in the fourth wall. Damn, really? An archer with legendary skill who tried to kill me with his precise shot. Constantly, during breakfast, while bathing, at balls, during sleep, even while devising a plan to get rid of him. The audacity. I hate just killing them. Turning them into madmen is much more fun. I bestowed a little curse upon the elf as well. I made it so that every time he drew his bowstring, he would hear the most annoying melody to his ears. Oh my god, not the fucking... Yo! Not the Evangelion fucking... Bro. Poor dude. Elmer was a terrible racist. He hated dwarves. So naturally, the melody became the national anthem of the dwarves, and then lead by a bagpipe of the orchestra. The pure rage it provoked revealed his aim every time. Eventually, he stormed the castle, dropped his bow, and begged for a job at my court. They exchanging the song to anything else. He was desperate, and I was a villain. Everything aligned can kindly be well. Now he's my loyal huntsman. The draw on March is replaced with a lively elven sea shanty, and that no one dare accuse me of being callous and heartless. Now he has a salary, good food, clothing, entertainment, and a full guarantee of non-dismemberment. You missed the opportunity to change his dwarf national anthem to dwarf serenades. Prospero, where were you before? False oaths and comparisons to... He just wants... Okay, he wants the most, like, chaotic answers. So we're gonna choose the most chaotic answers. To long stalactites, and it's around the verses about the shine of a beloved's beard. The fine delishing. Why didn't I think of it myself? To man a man not with sounds of war and patriotism, but with clumsy, heartfelt caterwauling of a species he despises. Sing a love song into an instrument of pure heart-wrenching agony. Brilliant. Well, I'll see your idea for the future. And finally, the witch. A classic giant hat, under which you can easily fit under the witch. She tried a different approach, seduction. She attempted to charm me, to gain my trust to become my spouse, a fatal miscalculation. She considered the fact that I never trusted big cats or people, especially when both come hand in hand. Is this like a cat? Like a cat figure? And those who wear suspenders on the belt at the same time. A person who doesn't even trust their own pants certainly doesn't even trust of his highness. Again, I don't trust his highness either. I don't trust myself, especially the left side of my brain, especially on Thursdays. But back to hats. I hate my cats too. You're my kindred spirits. To be fair, I actually prefer big hats because they look silly, and I like silly things. Silly things are just amazing. I like silly things. This hat's always so pretentious, so self-assured. They block the view, get stuck in doorways, and always hint that the wearer is compensating for something. Fair dude, that's a fair point. Usually lack of magical talent. Unpitiful personality, and that's on a good day. You, my dear Sparrow, have incredible taste. headwear, and consequently, in everything else. It's a scientifically proven fact. Meanwhile, the witch was quite overt in her murderous intentions, jingling with all her concealed weapons. Why the witch needs so many hidden blades? He must have been very bad at hidden witchery. In a case, she now resides in my dungeon. And you see, I haven't decided what to do with her yet. Her fate is a blank slate, a story yet to be written, so I'll offer you the pen. I'll see my door random choices. Give me yours, Prospero. What punishment fits her? What? Does you really want me to decide what to do with a real person? Can I even save her? Oh, well, what does it matter? And what doesn't matter what I choose? Big hair follows systems anyways, but as long as I play the circus monkey, I have a chance to get out of here alive. Maybe I should just entertain them? Damn, what should I do? Twirl her into a hat. Twirl her a hat, a small one. The one who lived by a big hat shall become a small hat. The irony is so absurd, it's beautiful. So let it be. So be it. Let her be a small cap of eternal regret. She's so tiny. She tries to get into my head, and now she can barely cover it. A brilliant sentence. You told me it's missing from the start. You never told me about the monster itself. Dear, who cares about these monsters anyways? Never mind. I do. If minstrels are the muck, then I'm the pig, you see? How eloquent. Alright. I must admit, this will be my first performance like this. Your sounds a bit bewildered, it seems. Allow me just to toss up my mind up and see how it lands. You see, the monster was originally much more modest and less majestic. But I had to start somewhere, right? Then my head suddenly became a bit crowded. There's whispers and arguments and full-fledged discussions that had to be participated in and involved inanimate objects. So you turned mad! Guess in a jar, doors, closets, even cookie jars. Every container a potential foe. I was surrounded by containers. To be fair, sometimes I told funny stories. But why was I afflicted with this curse? Pondering it drives me mad, even more so. It seemed the question was for me. Well, maybe you touched a cursed artifact, maybe some ring of yours. Dear, I'm afraid you're confused cause and effect. It's I who drive rings mad, not the other way around. Any poor innocent artifact I happen to touch might be screaming uncontrollably or trying to ask those around it about the meaning of their lives. No, I'm afraid it's a bit more banal. It's about rust and blood, too pure, I beg your pardon. My great-grandfather issued a decree forbidding death from old age. It is not believed the colony of sentient lord was living on rolls, claiming her inheritance. But I always thought that I would be spared from this fate. I had to be temporarily isolated, to avoid embarrassing guests at royal balls. The young prince pointing at noble lords saying, haha, and then eventually got out from under my bed. Well, misfortune for the entire family, except for those in the line before me. But I have solved many problems for my family, and indeed, many of my own problems too. I made a decision. We made it, to be precise. There was only a whole council of us by then. A whole council? However, the case had other plans. A god, a goddess, a cosmic clerical era. Something ancient entirely bored found herself a new source of entertainment. Offered me a throne, my own corner of reality to rule, where fragments of my mind would become the laws of the land. No more restrictions or plans for my subjects if I wished. My subjects at first they disagreed, but then they came to terms. Their minds changed to fit the new realities, and here I am. Oh, so you got cosmic... Okay, you got hired, alright. Dramatic science ensures. Perhaps I'm the first being to hear the story in the centuries of existence, but choose my next words carefully. Next words carefully? Thank you for the story. Welcome, Prospero. To be honest, it wasn't great. I need to add more explosions. The shadows finally dissolved into nothingness. I just turned into a living being into a hat. Or rather, I became a catalyst. I became the catalyst for it. I don't know what kind of nightmares I went in such a case. I'm afraid royal duties await me. Our time is up. I shall send you back, Prospero. I rise from the chair. Thank you. I squeeze my eyes shut. Light is blinding, even my eyes closed. So unusual after all this darkness. The jar's full of money. It was all worth it. Thank you! Thank you! Ah, he gave me money! He gave me money! Okay, greetings organism. How is your work processing? I see the first transaction was successful. Acceptable. This still doesn't save you from the threat of cleaning sanitary facilities, but it's a wonderful starting point for an entire Italian life. Work is going well, sir. Excellent. Maintain this level of productivity. You may be rewarded with an additional 5-minute breathing break if you want to find food. Rejoice in my generosity. Thank you, sir. Continue working. Alright. I'm experiencing a positive emotional reaction. I'm proud of you, and I'll be even prouder if you cry even more currency. Good boy, Mr. Manager. Your tentacles shine particularly beautiful at this time of day. Your comment regarding the shine of my appendages is noted in organism. The secret is a meticulous regimen of polishing them with void bib okay slime. That's cool! Goodbye! Goodbye, Manager! Bye, Bob. I love Bob. Okay, Oh shit, did I forget to read the content ones again? Oh, I keep forgetting, bro. It's okay. It's alright. He slides across the floor to his office. As soon as Bob's mimic red slaps fade away, a deep silence descends on the station. One moment in several forests, dining on purple Guru mad god. Next moment being praised by a multi-eyed tentacle monster. Maybe these are all just my deathbed hallucinations. I'm going insane. Some part of me enjoys his managed adventures. I'm adrenaline junkie, disgusting. I have to deal with that too. Amidst my contemplation, terrifying sounds emanate from my boss's office. Unfair bills! Unacceptably large numbers! Of course, last would accept him so much if not that. Steps, another visitor. This one has decided to come in for a door for a change. He sits on well. I hope he doesn't knock over my shelves of shampoo with jojoba oil and delicate lilies in the way. He sits on well. He looks like hell, literally. Our skin on the left side is torn off from his jaw to his temple. I swallow nervously. What kind of meat grinder has this guy been through? Looks like someone who would rip me apart if he doesn't like what he hears. I need to be careful if I don't want to become the next victim. Well, it's hard to imagine how the other fighter looks. That's a gurgling, raspy laugh. You don't want to know what the other fighter looks like. Wait, okay, so he's like, okay. Honestly, I really don't want to know. My archive labeled I don't want to know this as I risk of bursting for overflow tonight. Words clearly come to him with great difficulty, which is it's probably not surprising for a man without half a face. He clears his throat. Oh, that's not much. I need blood. I try to smile. It would be charming if he still had the necessary muscles for that. That will help me in my nightmares, among other things. The client pauses again and briefly to clear his throat. Let me see what we have here. Yeah, good choice, Sunshine. Step to storage. Thank you, dude. I'm gonna step to it. Just in case. So he leans forward, boring to me with his remaining eye. Go and find me some goddamn blood. Go and find the goddamn blood. I'm finding the blood. I'm finding the blood. A strange pressure builds in my head, and edges of my vision blur, and I'm using command blossoms in my center of my mind. I don't know why, but I feel an incredibly strong urge to find blood right now. My client's coming of blood, or is so hungry. Maybe he thought it was something inedible, or is it his own? I found myself in the storage room, a tangled labyrinth of shelves reaching up to the ceiling, stuffed with boxes, crates, and mysterious cans. In the corner, something rustled and slaughtered suspiciously. So where could this blood be? I need to think fast. He's not going to be forever. Right now I'm at the very beginning of this crazy place. Bob? Oh, Bob, where's the blood? A moment of silence hangs, broken only by the hum of distant refrigerators, then becomes a sound of pure cosmic irritation. Your blood vessels, organism. But if you meant blood for sale, then check the mouth food section. Don't disturb me. Busy doing business. Now at the very beginning. Okay, let's go to the mouth food for mouth. These signs are driving me insane. I really hope my manager will eventually learn English properly. I'm surrounded by pure madness of anxious packaging, even in the front of the department entrances. There's some baby food for cyborgs piled up. I'm trying back. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm trying to decipher the cookie inscriptions. Wait, cyborgs have baby food. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. In front of me are sections with mouth food for mouth. Wait, what? Oh, sections? Oh, it's not a block. Afraid of heat. Is blood afraid of heat? No, it goes towards the heat, right? Neutral flows? Here are endless shelves of drinks. Next to Coca-Cola are bottles labeled liquid regret and primordial broth. Now are nucleotides. Cans labeled Pepsi, vodka, Sunaciclo. I love to meet the person who came up with these names. I check each shelf, pushing aside the cans of a sense of shits and giggles. But find nothing resembling blood. The closest thing is liquid hematogen in a giant wooden container. It smells worse than it looks. I go back. I hear knocking. It's a dry, rhythmic tapping of knuckles on laminated countertop. It's not loud, but persistent and full of irritation. In front of me are sections. Okay, food afraid of heat. They call this corner the store. The large freezer chest. Oh, of course, bro. It's freezer. Shit, bro. Chest and refrigerators with glass doors covered in frost. The frozen pizza are gremlin cryo capsules. Among the buckets of ice cream, we can find flavors like minty titanium and liquid family. Oh my god, a huge pizza caver. A matter of lesser life forms, spare parts of human organisms. Spare parts. Wait, no, is a blood a part? Prediction of animal form of explanation with few pieces. Matter of lesser life forms, right? Bingo, there's animal blood here. Yes! Okay. Let's just rat integrity. Okay, it's not gonna distribute animal blood. I think it should be human blood. It might be really due to something else, but it seems okay. Oh, he's impatient. No, he's busy. He can't stand the time. Is this impatient? It's anxiety. It doesn't. But like, where this anxiety could lead. I need him. I need to hurry. Okay. Okay. Spare pulse of human. The section reeks of formaldehyde and horror. Glass jars filled with murky liquid sit on the shelves where exhibitions float. I try to think of one of the containers holding a name tag that reads Kevin. Take a homeless. Artifact accumulation. Taste of. Yes, Michael, you're the one. I guess. This blood has a rich, almost glowing hue. It looks healthy and full of energy. Michael, wherever you are, you're on top. Love you, Michael. Your champion's blood flowed through you. You're probably something like an energy drink for the undead. Yeah, here you are in a jar. That's something to ponder. He bumps lifts his head at his approach. You could have hurried up. Sorry, it's my first day. I got a bit lost. He grumbles, but his tone reveals that he feels relieved. The search could have taken even longer. I hand over the damn blood. The client finishes drawing and then grimaces. For crying out loud, what the hell is this crap? He's in a drawer. Michael. Well, you're a lucky guy, Michael. Too bad I can't kill him a second time. Feels like a happy family next. Let's have a career, a retirement account, and this truck probably never even had cockroaches. At least he's now left with Michael in a drawer. He chuckles quietly. Yeah, that's something to that. Cool that you found human blood. Good job, bud. Good job, you're sharp. It took longer to get to the rat. Really, you're wrong there, sunshine. The closest wasn't your carcass. So I can't thank your lucky stars that you're still alive. You're clearly tastier than the rat. And the rat has a compliment. Yeah, thanks, dude. Gonna wash my dirty face. Don't get bored. I am bored. I'm in a store working minimum wage. What the hell do you mean? Well, he's not here. I have a perfect opportunity to reparate the bloodstains. After just scrubbing a pool of blood on the first day of work, an interesting story for Reddit. Worth for tail. I'm doing just fine. No one's eating me. Oh, you're alive. You're looking so much more fresher than the second half of his face. This expression so resembles that of a constipated owl. Why would you call him that? Hello. I'll just stand here for a while, okay? Take a little break. Besides, there's nobody here with you right now. Just so you know, if you try to contact the werewolves, I'll take your head and crush it like a walnut. I'm David, by the way. A vampire, as you may have already guessed. Well, quite an interesting way to start an acquaintance, especially that part about walnut. Crystal? No, nice to meet you, I'm Prospero. Because I have a name tag, guys. Okay, Prospero. I just knew a Prospero once. I used to trade kidneys in Venice Beach. They were good ones, they got packed up. Was it from the Merchant of Venice, bro? Cause, my name, I'm from the Tempest, bro. He's trying to provoke me. Maybe he's trying the dirty details of his life to see how uncomfortable I get. Check the catalog. Yes, exactly 10. I suppose I must be selling some kidneys now. A catalog? Do you seriously have a catalog? He leans forward, gently intrigued, peering the catalog. Gremlin kidneys is out there. Delicacy? Why does it both say delicacy and fuel and animal venom? It's because it's a universal project. Want some? I do. Let's say I found my best customer for today. I have a vampire here, and he's regenerating. Wonderful! The main thing is not to accidentally blurt out something wrong. I need to be friendly. I don't want to ask anything. You think that she's not okay? Let's just silently wrap the counter. Davis silently grimaces as he moves his hands. Damn nuts. Probably not all the wounds have healed completely. And does being a vampire doctor fall under big duties? I think Bob said it was mandatory. It was mandatory. I have to heal everyone that comes in. I know what to help you, but my employment contract requires me to create unclear creatures that come here. Let me help. Let me help sounds more nicer. Skeptically, the offer of help is probably so foreign that I expected him that it leaves him momentarily dumbfounded. You what? Want to play nurse? A flicker of confusion is replaced by something more intense. Just a couple of scratches and a piece of ass that will go back on its own. I'm fine. What? What? Okay, this is praising werewolves, so I shouldn't say that. I see. You're afraid of doctors now. I'm such a tough guy. Yeah, you're scared of getting treated. Afraid? I'm not scared of anything in this life. I'm not afraid of the best luck in the world. I'm afraid of some nurse with quicker hands. Hey, my quicker hands? Oh, I've done with such crap than you. Wait a second. Are you trying to challenge me? I shake my head with a sincere look of innocence on my face. Fine, damn it. Hand over your first aid kit. If another werewolf isn't hiding in there, I have no reason to hurry. Hurry. What? I just have to keep quiet about my very real possibility that might actually be a werewolf hiding in there. I'm not sure of anything on this coast gas station. Damn you. Go ahead. You get your band-aids with Dr. Chocolate or whatever you're selling. Oh, okay, we're actually doing this. Okay. That David sheds his shirt, then shirt. How many shirts do you have, bro? And then settles into a squeaky stool next to the counter. He has a face of serious trial, staying in a vulnerable position for a few minutes. For some reason, cool fear hasn't made him claw through. He still looks like he just got thrown into a blender. Maybe by those blood scars, he had a quite interesting past. Or maybe he was attacked by werewolves, cowboys, and guns. Most likely a informer. By the way, I didn't know that corpses have doctors too. I thought the only doctor available to me right now is the coroner. I'm reaching for the necromancy kit that was sitting under the counter. It's heavy military-style metal box with a fading label reading "Kit for Alternatively Living Organisms." Inside, besides standard bandages, there's some strange items: silver tweezers, vials of thick glowing liquid, additional fingers, and of course an instruction manual. A cheap laminated brochure stained with something that looks like coffee. The instructions, the first point states: determine where you're dealing with a zombie. Ask your alternatively living subject if they want to eat someone's brain. Alternative living subject, have you ever wanted to eat someone's brain? What subject? Fuck you. I'm not a subject. He's not offended his vampire feelings. He lets us annoy Sai for the umpteenth time today. Your brain? Definitely not. Was that a joke about me being dumb? I am, by the way, very smart. I have a very tasty brain. That's smart enough to decide that vampires don't eat brains. Remember that Dracula eating brains? No. He writes from the coffin saying, "Well, I love evening. I think I'll go rinse him some brains." Something like that. I'm not a zombie. I'm a vampire. I'm not even like chupacabra. Zombies are stupid. They can't even talk. They just grunt and moan. I don't get that's not in your like a therapist guide. How's that work though? Alright, neither is a zombie at least not yet. So it's an achievement. I already backtrack right now if I don't have a piece of claw sticking out my ankle. I still glance at my visitor. I don't know if Earls just closed him up or if he managed to kill someone too. I said something's telling him out of the sunny, so just like you could have. The guy has a killer's gaze. You see like someone like him in the alley, your hand immediately reaches for your fallen phone. I lower my eyes. Next point, that's the subject nature of injuries. What kind of wounds could the warriors leave? Well, let's not talk about the past. Let's do simple. You got lacerations, claws, even a bit of saliva. Possibly very contagious. If you listen to this with a pride of true soldier, every word feels like a metaphor for valor. Something like that. It said as if he didn't care, but I know better. Took his ego, been to a real rabbit beast, buddy. I don't know. It's just shook his ego. I'm dying of laughter. He shakes his laugh. He chuckles happily. I mean, everyone likes being like their ego shook, right? Yeah. Tried to hide a glimmer of pride behind the humor, but I wouldn't be feared. David's no longer just a religious sucker. He's a true gladiator, having survived a battle with rabbit beasts. Absolutely epic. I read through the medication that I need and grab the regenerating extract for eternity living life forms. As all that's left is to apply the stuff. I dip my hands in a jar and suddenly he grabs my hands. Do something wrong, I whip your tonsils out your ass. Fuck. Okay. This is a lot of pressure. You know you have a fantastic talent of becoming with friends. You should write scripts for action movies. Well, I suppose this is my experience, probably. And you, well, what you're doing? Oh, there will be consequences. It seems he just heard the best compliment of his life. I apply this black goo to his wound. A puff of steam rises from the wound and the air starts to smell something is frying. It's probably very painful, but David remains calm, not asking a complaint, which is surprising. I hope it's not from this good manager. Oh, we all hope for that, buddy. Be more careful. Let's be careful. Let's be very careful. My moves became slow and deliberate. I do everything cautiously, barely touching the skin around the room, allowing him to get used to the sting. You see the tense muscles in the back and shoulders relax slightly. He's still wound up, but the release is starting to wash over him. Not actually no thank yous or pleases from him. But at least he's no longer threatening to do something to my ass every 5 seconds. Let's just distract him. You know, David, every never night needs someone to tend to his wounds after great battles. What's talking about? What night? What battles? Upon Ali is thinking of veering against a bunch of dirty rebels for a territory on the outskirts of the godforsaken city. I told my pants I had to take a new pair off a junkie who was lying in the pool nearby. Oh my, and I have what? And I have torn pants. So a pump of medieval resin. Right, well, we'll find out how night. Oh, it goes to hell. Oh, David says this most affectionately. I seems like we're making progress in the relationship. We are? I was just shitting around. I finished up. Surprisingly, the wounds really are healing. The scars won't beautify this man. Why are you doing all this? The question is asked in a tonelessly serious tone. He's driving me crazy. Even more than that clown from earlier, it seems. I just want to help. I just want to help. That's true. I want to help. Why? David's confused. In a system that believes action always equals benefit, I'm throwing a wrench into the slowest, long-running mechanism. I can't watch someone suffer. Well, God bless your noble heart. What was the other option? Wait. He's just awkwardly. Clearly he's uncomfortable and unaccustomed to being the object of compassion. Seemingly hides behind yet another sarcastic comment. What can I do? I feel sorry for every little kitten on the street. Sometimes feel sorry for especially large, nasty, troublesome kittens. Must be tough living with someone like that, huh? I bet you have 40 cats living in your apartment, and all of them are strays. David reads me like an open book. It's amazing that he can't even read it all. Mr. Time, helpless and ultra strict. People always want something in return. Money, a favor, for you to take them off the hook. Helping people for no reason is like throwing shit against the wind. Alright, moving on. Screw this. I honestly don't care what's going on in your head. That's one convincing lie I've ever heard in my life. He clears his throat. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. What? Am I hearing things? Though, thought he didn't know such words. I'm even afraid to breathe, so don't scare off this weird, exotic display of politeness. He says the word as if he's pronouncing it for the first time in his life. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually the case. There's a couple more seconds and he's back in front of the counter. So the client is fed, clean and healed. And he's here, not paying any money on the counter. And the tip jar is lacking! Okay, he's supposed to be full of energy, but instead he looks lost. David is deep in thought, in that dark, gloomy little place that occupies his mind. Can I do anything else for you, sir? The seemingly simple question stumps him. David frowns and looks past for me for a while before something. Yeah, you can do something. I'm curious about one thing. I haven't talked to a regular human in a long time. I wonder by regular human, does he mean by my extremely natural essence? I'm not a vampire, werewolf, or thieving gnome. Does he mean my lack of criminal record and absence of drug or alcohol dependency? Maybe he's looking at the perspective of an ordinary worker, a working class person. A grey colour! Does your face always look that funny when you're thinking about something? Let me get to chance to respond to his job before he follows up. Let's conduct an experiment. Suppose you're now a free vampire, able to do whatever you want. Where would you go? Dave looks at me expectantly. Well, what weaknesses will I have? Well, no more tanning, no more reflecting mirrors. If you were lucky before, it was actually a bonus, right? Couldn't enter without invitation, garlic doesn't scare you either. Holy water is tricky, it depends on the situation. A steak works, but piercing a chest will be quite a challenge. Piercing any part of you is quite a challenge, actually. Our skin is like steel, unless a particularly persistent werewolf comes along. Well, at least you can enter without invitation, no need for unnecessary chit-chat with people. They look at me expectantly. A lot of things depend on who exactly to be a vampire. He vamped you. Didn't answer right away, just froze his brows. Several long minutes passed in silence. Some odd sickening jerk. A lot has probably mixed into those 4 words. It's as if he both hates and mourns the old jerk. Probably that guy wasn't contended for a father of the year. Wait for him to continue, but he remained silent. He looks like an angry cornered dog. It's not like he'll speak up on his own. Okay, I have more questions. I don't want to ask about your past. It's okay. David looks at me expectantly. I'm ready to make a decision. Excellent. He's a little closer. And suddenly, we hear a wolf howling. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, it's okay, man. I don't even have time to blink before David vanishes. Now he's a little bit hiding behind the counter. Listen up, don't say anything about me. Sit tight and behave, or your phone could be shitty. Trust me, if you rat me out of the number, I'll find a way to get out and twist your head off. Okay. A friend of his voice is incredibly lacking, mostly because his voice comes from a very small, though angry bat. Werewolf. A werewolf is about to come in now. The creature steps inside. Good evening, Chief. A low rumbling bass, surprising comment friendly. I'm listening, sir. Apologies for the sudden intrusion, Edward. You can just call me Edwy. We're just chasing down a certain pest. You haven't seen a vampire around here by chance, have you? You're young, a bit scruffy, wearing a leather jacket. You see, here's a story. One of our parks literally took out a vampire sire and his offspring a few hours ago. Tough battle. We suffered losses. We tried to attack the gnome and found one of them, well, more like a pile of ash where he once lay. He's once bloodshot off the other when he was weakened. The family values are quite lacking. It seems pesticides have occurred. David didn't tell me anything about it. Probably that's why he had to ask all those questions about vampirism. He was trying to get advice on where to go after killing his creator, in a completely idiotic way. You see, Chief, vampires are parasites in the body of a society, draining blood like mosquitoes. Like mosquitoes, they kill their victims by draining them dry. I mean, mosquitoes can technically do that, right? They languish and bore them with their immortality, and first destroy human destinies, play with them, torment them, and derive a semblance of pleasure from their suffering. They're devoid of true feelings. Look at David, devoid of any feelings. He's shaking all over. So I'd be extremely grateful for any help. No, don't give David away. A bastard affected me 5 minutes ago, but now he's small, trembling, and helpless. He's my bastard. I force a smile and say I haven't seen anything. A quiet, peaceful night. Annie examines me closely. He's probably catching a faint scent of blood, but my calm diminished throws him off. Strange. Well, okay, if he shows up, just give me a whistle. He won't be far away from here. Good night, Chief. The wolf goes off to his important wolf business. David calls off from his hiding spot. He could have turned me in. He stares into my eyes like he's trying to paint my soul and understand what he's made of. And it would have been a sensible decision. But I'm glad you're not one of the sensible ones. David says this with a genuine relief in his voice. He's grateful to me, and I don't know what to do with that gratitude. He clears his throat awkwardly. So what's the answer to my question? What would you do if you were a vampire? His gaze reminds me of a lost fighting dog. Without a master, he's restless and can't find his place. One advisor he picked, may the Lord help him. Well, well, to be fair, it is true that everything's open to him, but isn't that boring after a while? I guess I would learn how to do things. I've touched on something deeply personal. His lack of education, his unrealized dreams, is dangerous territory. Perhaps before me stands a great unrealized astrophysicist, or the next Mozart. Saxophone, seriously? Want me to play blues? David laughed, but laughter quickly fades. I reminded him that he can now become whatever he wants. Break free from the usual tough guy routine. Okay, think about it. Just forget the saxophones. Always wanted to learn the guitar. Hooray! Rock my fires! Here, take it. For buying saxophone. Oh, thank you! David says goodbye and leaves. The gas station sinks into absolute silence. Did I do it? Well, my tip jar! But that was quite an interesting encounter. I really could have attended them, but I didn't want to. I survived another visitor. It seems like I'm getting used to this job. Maybe I'll just sticky residue. I'm hoping it'll just spill soda from the counter. I was only hear the crunch of gravel outside. Oh, by the way, after this encounter, we're gonna stop the video. Yes? This is definitely not a vampire. The stranger leans against the counter, trying to look casual, but the way his tail twitches betrays his nervous tension. Hi. He clears his throat. Hello, sunshine. My name is Victor. Aren't your parents pirates by any chance? Aren't your parents farmers by any chance? He's trying to flirt with me, right? Frown at him, waiting for him to finally say what's going by. Friends of Victor's confidence after everything I do in the morning sun under my frown. His look seems to say, maybe I'm wearing a pirate hat on my head. Maybe there's a ship docked behind me. Does that mean no? Alright, his face reflects a mix of panic and deep regret. He looks ready to sink in the ground. Would you like me to fetch some fresh water for my ship surprise? You have a ship doctor? I mean, it's a supernatural gas station, not a supernatural harbor. He suddenly rushes over his face, he realizes it was a joke. Oh, this poor dude. His tail flicks sharply and awkwardly, hitting the chocolate bar counter. I mean, no, I'm fine. I don't want to drink. His face is burning. Victor takes another deep, frantic breath. His stomach is growling so horribly. I hope this guy is okay. Is it really that bad? I mean, is my flirting technique really that terrible? Oculus was a great style. I liked it. It might be the best compliment he's ever heard in his life. Probably the only one. You liked it? I mean, it was okay. It was cute. You tried. His voice mixes surprise, disbelief, and a shy glimmer of joy. I'm glad you like the Oculus, because I plenty of it. You probably noticed. Off the bat, is it really written off my face? Actually, I initially chose this tactic to charm you. Of course, everything wasn't according to plan. He got shyly and mumbles something to himself. Then he shifts his gaze back to me. Actually, I'm here to inquire. Doesn't get to finish. We have a visitor. Oh. She stands next to the counter, clicking her mandibles impatiently. 2 packs of brapsy, a pack of screaming cheese, and a pair of fairy fingers snarling. Oh, alright, okay. By the way, your class attendant is a real sweetheart. It's funny to imagine to see what my visual colleague looks like. He hasn't even bothered to say hello. Hurry up, I need to rush. I have work waiting for me all day today. I'm starting to pack the order. At the same time, there's a incubus awkwardly tries to hail the lady. I thought he had something special. Apparently, failed Casanova decided to try his luck on a new victim. Wow, you seem so busy and cool, ma'am. Let's have a very wonderful job. Just clicking her mandibles energetically, producing a buzzing sound that vaguely resembles laughter. Wonderful. Oh yes, wonderful. One for those who don't like to eat, sleep, or see their children grow. Really the best job in all 9 worlds. Speaking of children. Victor barely recovers from her sarcasm when the lady immediately pulls up cauliflower back and unfolds it. Over and over again. It seemed endless. This is Guru. He has his father mandibles. Victor gazes into the best and the best gaze is back, revealing baby pictures. The suction attempt has failed again. Lady Mantis loved her children and considered it her sacred duty to tell every passing incubus about them. This is Google. He's in a rebel phase right now. He's pissed his mandibles. Can you imagine? He's such a radical when he eats. The image of Lovey in the back of jacket makes me snort. It reminds me of David. This is Gigi and Gaga. You called them Gaga? Why would you do that? They're still Lovey, but already so talented. What talents can Lovey have? They just lie down and eat. I do too, though. Wait, don't think about that. You have very beautiful, ma'am. All three of them. Incredibly cute. That's just the first wallet. Hand him, hand the lady her order. Oh, I got a little bit carried away. I really am in a hurry. Pay your money, darling. Rachel watches her into the light and then turns to me with a grateful look. Thank you. I can't handle 20 more kids. To be honest, I already broke down on the 8th. I thought looking after a cat was hard. The little lady left very little on the chips. Probably whole her money went to children. That's fair, dude. I mean, do what you want. Do what you have to do. Victor suddenly remembers when he came here to buy something. However, my visitors rarely recall that. I need a book. Victor scans by us, thinking, what supernatural realm of discount rot and chocolate bars? It's a guide, a think about it, think about it. I can't remember what it's called, but I definitely heard something about it. Can you take a look? It's definitely for me. It's for my less experienced friend, because I'm, employee of the month for my layer. Can't specify whether he was the worst or the best employee of the month. Well, life force have a thing for dummies or something like that. Him mumbling quietly to himself. It's a shame. I should just say to him when we watch Evangelion, for the 10th time. I haven't watched Evangelion. I am into the soul room. A few hours before, I was rushing around here looking for blood for a very hungry monster. Now all these foul eyes and tentacles seem ominous. A tentacle dead moth lies on top of the moth boxes, or perhaps it's very tired. Oh, I found it! I'm reaching for the book section. Deep in the baboon metaphysics and limits of your patience with dead servants, I found a design volume. I come back from the storage room, holding this forbidden mind-bending treatise called titled Everything You Ever Want to Know About Demons and Everything You Didn't Want to Know About Them. Wow, this is definitely better than those PDF guides from various sites for never mind who. For the whole family. Study it? Yes, it'd be very unusual if you just paid me, tipped me and moved along. I expect too much from this life. But in fact, this will be an entertaining educational lesson, so it won't be necessary. And the guy looks like those pictures are enough to make him famous. The scene this is over, this scene I can send him his way. We found a cozy spot next to the counter. I pulled the grimoire closer. I opened the book and the pages, yellowed and brittle with age, release a cloud of dust and indecent horrifying desires. Incubi, the nature of the tempting rogue. Views of desire. Tempting rogues? Oh, yes, that's me. Ah, that's definitely me. Views just like mine. You have no idea how awful they clop, especially on tiles. When you sneak into the fridge at night, the whole house wakes up with you. Everyone thinks there's a big clumsy cow living in your apartment. Wait, a sleep paralysis demon? He might be. Yes, I think you really are Incubus. You're all purple. Oh, you're right. All Incubi really are purple. I thought my skin color was just kind of coincidence. Like when you create a character in a video game and just spin the roll until you stumble to something weird. You get a cautious look, as if not entirely sure about the coolness of his purple hue. I like the color purple. Too bad I'm not purple. His face immediately brightens with a smile. Yeah, well, I think it's pretty cool too. It's nice to know you like my, demonic phenotype, huh? Victor turns his attention to box of water, runs his clawed finger down the lines. Incubi appreciated the vibrant hues of the soul. They draw power not from blood or life force, but from pure, potent energy of mortal emotions. Although a refined bouquet of positive emotions and reproved ambrosia. Oh, ambrosia, what a fancy word! A practitioner can also sustain themselves with more coarse, fickle energies of negativity. Despair, horror, humiliation provide a quick, albeit unpleasant rush of power. There's no wonder that now, after an argument with someone in the comments, I feel like eating a few raisins. Still don't like raisins. Judging by his expression on his face, he clearly isn't cut out for the horrors and humiliations. His limit's probably going to argue on 4chan. That's just kind of source of horror and humiliations, but still, it's a bit different. The Incubus can, albeit less effectively, form a symbiotic connection by feeding off a single consenting mortal vessel. Mortal vessel in turn can absorb some of the power from the Incubus, among other things, their immortality. Wow, sounds like a decent deal. I think I've always had plenty of emotions, mostly hatred for the fact that I have to earn money. You have to work. A whole mountain of raisins for it, or whatever you called it. Oh, I believe just one person. Although having to chase after a whole bunch of strangers makes me feel sick. Strangers are the scariest thing right after rent. Yeah, I totally understand you. Probably even harder to deal with clients like me. Communication is already a horror story in itself. You add a literal horror of vampires and ghosts, just a nightmare. He really looks at me with sympathy. He feels sorry for me. I don't even know how to react to that. I'm trying to understand what people want from you is quite a challenge. It's like playing a game with its rules changing every 5 seconds. Oh, dude, I understand that, bro. And someone has to off your screen and you're paralyzed. Basically, yeah, I completely get you. Victor flips through the grimoire, reading the chapter tiles. Thanks for rogue seduction, juicy emotional juices, using lascivious energies for pharmaceutical purposes. I don't even want to know. I want to starve. I just want to not starve without energy and maybe pay my rent. I need to be the lusty cousin of Doctor Strange. This thing finally jumps on a random title somewhere in the middle. Love letters. It seems completely and irrevocably outdated, especially about the part about carrier pigeon colors. Love letters? Who even writes love letters anymore? This should apply to text messages now, right? But this is a good start. Let's work on this before moving on to more complex seduction methods. He pulls out a pen from somewhere, a cheap bobber pen with a little anime card on the end. Oh, that's so cute. And a grease stained napkin, like everything in its resting place. Beck starts to convey aching, adoration, and a hint of forbidden desire. Victor starts scribbling on something on the napkin. Maybe something like this. No! Oh. No, I don't want to say it's not. No, Victor, try again. Yeah, I guess it's the most aching thing in the world. He's gonna skip napkin for me and start drawing again. How about this? Marry me? Yes or yes? Will you marry me on the fakey? Wonderful. Now lonely pairs fail to tears like the chair on top. Click the yes box. Victor's mind is now a blue screen of death. This probably means the picture turned out well, right? With a trembling hand, he takes a drawing from himself. Our client gets a heart attack, Bob will probably kill me. Victor continues to flip through the book. Recognizing the desires of the vessel, he's on the first few lines of text. It's all about observing subtle hints, interpreting body language. Oh god. Engaging in candid conversations to uncover the special nature of mortal carnal desires. He glances at me. What does Vessel Prospero want? Well, wants a simple human sofa. Yep. Oh, great, and pizza, right? In his eyes is general sympathy and understanding for every delicate string in my unfortunately lonely soul. That's honestly quite a simple desire, and I think if there's a criteria for the second person I catch onto streak, I can easily help. So sometimes I comment too loudly on what's happening on screen. I hope that's not too much problem. That's funny. I like people who do that. It's really funny. Sometimes you just can't help but make a student comment 10, 20 in 5 minutes, especially when you know facts about the movie. You can need to study this villainous seduction manual. You ask verbal the seduction and slippery flattery. To surprise, Victor finds no mention on the fact that pirate compliments work on living people. Examine the first paragraph, where words are labeled as keys to the treasure of the heart, and flattery is described as powerful and enthusiastic for the for the ego. Yeah, that's real. It's all dramatic, but the plain idea is very simple. Say nice things, don't say unpleasant things. This is definitely outdated. Red tells someone that his eyes are double gateways to the Champions Elise. I'll never get sprayed with pepper. And this good luck. When I kiss you, I tremble like a paralyzed burger. How does it even supposed to work? No, that's too much about me. Victor clears his throat. His gaze slides over me, trying to latch onto something particularly attractive about my appearance. You have a very elegant ear shape. Thank you, Victor. No problem. I mean, they really are. I have a really elegant curve. It's like a pleasing 11 out of 10 on the attractiveness for you. It is on my 10 head on 11 out of 10. Will there ever be a happier day in my life? His deep breath, giving his coachman another compliment. But while he tries to find some foothold to latch to, but he can't seem to find the words. You're a very multifaceted person. You combine so much, I don't know how to describe it. Yes, I try quite chuckle. But I like that you're so unpredictable. A lot of stress, of course, but it's incredibly fun. Now my unpredictability is a source of stress for someone else. How wonderful. Well, that wasn't bad. He smiles gently in response. Despite everything, he starts to relax. He has to, no, you have to support him. He's trying his best. He's finally beginning to feel more comfortable around me. I would have never thought a monster would have to struggle with such discomfort from interacting with a mortal soul, or the other way around. Another chapter. How to be a mirror. I know it could change. Oh, wait, it's metaphorical. The textbook describes the principle of mirroring, subtly borrowing mannerisms, speech patterns, and even expressed opinions of the victim to create a sense of closest understanding. Path of least resistance to gaining mortal attachment. Oh no, what about all the stuff about what just be yourself and everything will work out? My mom lied to me, didn't she? There's similar interests. What do originally people like? Purple and the river? Definitely animal and dog souls. Well, people like that. Calm down. Discussing that brilliant soundtrack of Silent Hill with people is a bad idea, that's for sure. I practice. The book says that practice is the key to success. Victor lifts his gaze to me. Play along with me, please, just like we just met. Oh my god! Beautiful mortal soul, I have appeared in you in half dreams many times. But I decided to find you in reality. I want to let you go so easily again. Even though the words aren't the most elegant, there's something supernatural about them. I still begin to feel a pull. A shiver runs my spine. Come on, you don't have to pretend to get close to someone to make friends. I'll love to talk about Silent Hill contract. Victor's carefully cracked the seductive expression shattered into pieces. His eyes red and he blinks several times and he gazes unites with pure delight. You really want to talk about Akira Yamaoka's industrial soundscapes? And how they reflect an all-encompassing sense of psychological horror and a reflexive protagonist in the turmoil? You know what? Yeah. I mean, I've never played Silent Hill before, but it'll be an interesting conversation. Because I mean, the use of tripod elements in the Silent Hill 3 soundtrack is criminally underrated. Criminally. Yes, Muscle, you're interested in such tragic melodies is quite intriguing. You chuckle softly. But you're right, pretending is very exhausting. You can never truly be close to someone if you're always pretending. Though, I don't really need that, do I? I just need juicy sweet emotions. Well, who am I kidding? I'm the most pathetic incubus in the world. I need more than just that. He's flipping through the trees a bit longer before letting out a sigh. His stomach growls again. It seems like a use of emotional stack. I think I covered all the important stuff. I suppose it's time to wrap things up. He starts to rise from the floor. Well, it happened that no one explained anything to you. Yeah, exactly. How did no one explain it to you? I'll tell you, but promise you won't have. I promise. Relief washes over his face. Oh shit. Yes, wonderful. I accidentally sold my soul in the darknet. He holds a dramatic pause. Go on. Fuck what idiot I was. I dropped out of college back then because of constant stress. Moved into a tiny dump. I barely left my apartment. I was creeping by with some freelance work. I talked, sometimes I chatted with various anonymous folks from 4chan. People about names, gender, and age. Then I stumbled upon a stupid ad. What did I have to lose? Definitely like Demon 7566. Okay! Oh, in the chat, offered me a chance to escape loneliness. Later after I turned on this creature, he told me he did it for laughs. After discussions, just write get good in the chat and delete all the contacts. Discuss to see if I could handle it. His chance to escape loneliness turned out to be putting me in a currently deadly situation. He lifts his eyes to me. This memory is a fresh wound for him. Before I can even respond, he jumps up on the floor. But we didn't waste enough time. He clops his way to the counter. Well, to be honest, I don't really understand much. Those chapters are strange. There's a quiet chuckle. You know, it was great. I haven't had this much fun in a while. I think we ate properly. Finally, positive energy, I mean. Thanks for the lunch. Not sure if I need to pay for that too, but I'll just leave some money just in case. Thank you! He searches awkwardly. I haven't really interacted with people since college killed my will to live. It felt strange not to feel like an idiot around someone. Thank you very much. There's some money in the drawer and takes a deep breath and adds. Maybe someday we could hang out together? Not as a lesson, just play some silly games, like friends. No, what? No, it's for be friends. He seems nice. Okay, if the first option is nicer, we can make it a date. A date? He tells us swagging widely, looking over 3 bags of chips, a can of soda, and a bottle of gloomy tea. I'm in, of course, I'm ready. He struggles to rein in the flow of enthusiasm and takes a deep breath. Well, see you then. Goodbye. Bye, Prospero. Good luck your shift. It was nice to meet you. Wait, contacts, guys, wait. The gas station returned to silence, broken only by the hum of JJ's and my own 2 loud thoughts. So, crazy god, like vampire thug, I tried to walk into the gas station. That sounds like a start of a shitty joke. Sounds like a start of a really bad joke. My life is now a joke. That's great. Just wanted to pay the bills. Well, I filled a job though. I did a really good job though. I did a good job. I didn't sign up for interdimensional quarrels and therapy sessions for the undead. But on the other hand, I wasn't eaten, and I wasn't turned into a piece of furniture. But as soon as the night, that was a astounding success. I cautiously glanced at the door to the Bob's office. There was logo tool humming, like a giant disgruntled computer tower was working inside. I couldn't know what indicator was under my shift. But with a heavy sigh of relief, I began to close up the place. But I walked to the front door and set the key in the lock and was about to turn it when suddenly... Organism. I don't know my place, nearly dropping everything. Organization. Your performance has exceeded all my algorithmic predictions by 47.3%. Not just organism, you're an efficient, flawless machine for generating currency. I'm feeling an emotion of your kind, which describes as managerial pride. Keep up the good work. The possibility of receiving a 25% bonus will not become just hypothetical, but quite real. Go, organism. Restore your energy resources in return for further exploitation. What relief. He vanishes as suddenly as you had appeared, leaving nothing but a ringing silence behind. I stood a few seconds, processing what I heard, then I slowly turned the key in the lock. Click. First shift completed. I survived. Now I can do anything, which means... Wait, return the seal to Bob? I'll go to Bob. I want to go to Bob. Oh no, Mr. Magic, never just saying go out just yet. I head back to the gas station and push open the door to his office. Permission saving. What the hell? There were buried under folders and invoices. I should have journal gigantic, ridiculous kind of bed. Another surrounded by rose petals, kind blob. However, he also just line that he was posing. One tentacle coyly supported his spherical body where a human's chin would be. Others were gently draped over the silk sheets. His numerous eyes blinked slowly, focusing on me. Ah, autism. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Oh, what? Wait, I made it. His voice as always boomed on my head when I had sultry overtones. But since you're here, one tentacle slowly seductively beckoned me forward. I suppose we spend the evening in a romantic engagement. We'll study void bib okay in closing schemes. Really? I just went to the office and slowly closed the door behind me. What ending did I get? Okay, well, that's the end of today's episode. Thank you, Bob. I think Bob's my favorite. I think my Bob's my favorite. There's 9 endings, so that was one of the endings. We'll get the others soon. Wait, how is there 9? There's 9 endings? Really? That's so cool. Okay, well, it's fine. Well, let's read about code and sorry, Miloff, Discord Miloff. Sorry, Ave Dementia, Telegram, this link. I don't really know what Telegram is. Ave Dementia.art. Discord Loef. Music by Jeremy Carrot Koch, licensed under copyright by Simplis. This is a source and artist. Tracks, Exoplanet, Another World, Beach Awakening, Bedtime Reasoning, Dark Encounter, Eclipse, Husbandry, I Just Don't Care, I'm Not Your Mary, Mansion Basement, Mellow Dreams, Natural World, Nightscape, Percy Odd, Requiem, She's Listening, Again Lights, Trigonomal, Unraveling, Additional Ambulance, Ambient Cell, Ambient Armory, Ambulance Office by Nilex, F. Requiem, Sound Effects, Various Office from freestyle.org, see credits and files. Thank you all for watching. This was the please don't eat the cashier because I'm the cashier. And wait, please don't eat the cashier. This was a really cool. I think they're all my favorites. I think every character is really interesting and they're really nice and really good to listen to. I like Bob. I like Bob. I don't know how there's 9 endings. How is there 9 endings? We'll find. It'll be fine. We'll find the endings. We got 1 ending so far, and it was Bob. Yeah. So everyone say goodbye to everyone. Goodbye.